representatives of UNFAO, staff of Ministry of Agriculture, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, good morning and a bula vinaka to you all. It is my pleasure to be here with you this morning for the Monitoring and Evaluation Progress Workshop. First, I would like to acknowledge the immense contribution and support of the UNFAO to the Ministry's monitoring and evaluation team. Your technical expertise have enabled the Ministry to progressively enhance its monitoring and evaluation capabilities. And this has resulted in the compilation of the COP monitoring report for the first 9 months of the last financial year. I know that this has been an ongoing activity of the unit, and reporting on the other months will be finalized very, very soon. The completion of this activity will set the platform for a more vibrant, sustainable, and consistent M&E system for the Ministry. I'm grateful to the team at Economic Planning and Statistics, particularly the Monitoring and Evaluation team, for partnering with FAO and coordinating this awareness workshop to ensure that staff are well informed and are able to provide necessary information when related to any internal monitoring and evaluation exercise. Ladies and gentlemen, with the Fiji government's National Development Plan vision of transforming Fiji, the 2019 to 2023 Ministry of Agriculture Strategic Development Plan represents indicators which is cascaded from the National Development Plan and into the Ministry's Agriculture Annual Costed Operational Plan. So you can see that there is a perfect line of sight, perfect alignment. And these indicators are strategies that are mapped out to enable Ministry to become competitive, sustainable, and leading a resilient agricultural sector in Fiji. This workshop couldn't have been organized at a better time, beginning of the new financial year 2020-2021, where we start the year with a bang. It is a time when all internal government planning documents such as COP, business plan, and individual work plans are completed. This will only be successful if it is aimed at targets that are aligned to strategic directions and national objective. Ensuring successful achievement of Ministry's strategic priorities through our internal plan will require dynamic monitoring and evaluation system. Hence, it is imperative that we organize such forum within our organization to improve our understanding on the importance of monitoring and evaluation in our planning process, and more importantly than that, how to do it, when to do it. Colleagues, a key objective of the workshop is to enlighten you as staff of implementing divisions on key challenges and issues faced during previous monitoring and evaluation exercises to allow for a more harmonized and consistent system to be put in place. You will be guided on tools and monitoring and evaluation directions that the Ministry will undertake for compilation and dissemination of M&E information. Ministry carries out a lot of projects, a lot of activities, a lot of initiatives, lots of tasks. And without going back to evaluate and carry out monitoring evaluation, or in other words, carrying out a post-implementation review, we can't really measure the effectiveness of the programs that we implement. Therefore, it is critical that we go back and see that the initiatives we've rolled out, the projects we've implemented, how successful they are. And this is done with a view of taking the learning, so that when we do similar projects again, we can apply those learnings and ensure that project performance or project delivery is as close to 100% as possible. We have many a times seen that projects are completed. 6 months later, you go down to where the project has been completed, and you barely see scrapes of that project implemented. Or if you, for example, give materials to farmers, 2-3 years later, the materials are still there. So when it comes to the effectiveness of the program that we're rolling out, it's not there. Therefore, it's very important that we get this right. It's critical for us. Right? And through this workshop, we will be equipped with tools systems and processes to follow. It doesn't have to be an onerous task. It doesn't necessarily mean that we have to put hundreds of people on it just to do this. It has to be part of our activity, our ongoing activity. Right? It is not over and above. The system, as I mentioned, should enable us to know whether Ministry of Agriculture programs are on track, sufficient, and adequate. M&E exercises form the basis of interventions and assess the quality of activities being conducted. It helps us identifying the most valuable and efficient use of resources and assists the ministry with information on necessary interventions and remedial action that needs to be taken, in other words. Therefore, it's absolutely critical that we do it across the ministry. There are many examples, where we see farmers or our activities on farms not to the level that we'd like to. Every time we implement something, we should implement it with a view that it is an incremental step upwards. And if we do that consistently across the ministry, across all the areas, geographical areas that we work in, progress is guaranteed. Right? We have to move upwards. We have to make progress. The view that we should take in implementation of our projects is that after you walk away, the program should just take off. Whether it's assistance to farmer, there should be growth in the farmer's activity, the farmer's income, and it contributes to to the national economy, irrespective of the size of the farmer. That's the mindset we need to operate with. What is the incremental value that we are creating day in, day out? Right? We talked about our aspiration of grow beyond. Right? It means really evaluating, assessing how we perform on a daily basis. It is critical. So, ladies and gentlemen, monitoring and evaluation of our plans will ensure that we are heading in the right direction. To conclude, I hope that you will fully utilize this time to maximize your understanding of the importance of M&E and how it can contribute positively towards achieving your best output. The exchange of expertise and experiences present in this room will no doubt achieve the desired goals of this workshop. Therefore, I encourage you to share experiences and draw from our facilitators' expertise to fully realize the objective of this forum. I now declare this workshop open, and I wish you all the very best.
So the work plan for the SDP monitoring. So this, we'll start from the top. Capacity building. That's not only on the job through M&E, but it's also through this workshop. But as we come and ask for information from you, you can ask for questions, you can ask for assistance. We are here to help. We are here to help each other. It's not our KPI, it's our KPI as a ministry. We cannot track our progress without your input. So that's why you are very important to us. We are not here to, Okay, our second one is based on COP experience, prepared an annual monitoring work plan. So we have prepared a monitoring work plan just to assess our SDP. Identification of indicators and sub-indicators, metrics of indicators, that is done by the M&E team. So in your desk, we will, as we go along, in our agenda after the break, after lunch, we will be assessing your indicators, a few indicators that is chosen, just so that we are on the same page. We don't want to be one end of the line, we're telling you what to do, and you do not know what to do. So if you don't know, ask. Don't hesitate to ask. We are here to help each other. Okay, prepare indicator reference sheet, that is the including baseline. So the baseline is not the target, the baseline is where you're starting from. So with the SDP, since the SDP is from 2019, it's where you're starting off from 2019. So this year, we are trying to see the impact, how we have improved, and how we have reached our target or not. So in order to reach our target, we need your input. We need to know what you have done, so that we can suggest otherwise if there's other ways we can do better. Not only our suggestion, it's your recommendation. If you have lack of resources, put your justification there. This is not an assessment of your performance. Eh? It's the assessment of the ministry's alignment to the plan. It's our alignment to the plan. Without us, gang, there's no ministry. We are the ministry. Set, eh? Now, develop and test the questionnaire. So we have started developing the questionnaire. So according to the work plan, we are on track, a little bit on track. Our SDP data collection from different divisions. So straight after this workshop, in the next week, we will be starting our data collection. So when we do the exercise today, please pay attention, give your positive contribution, because you are the ones who will be answering the questions. If you do not know what the question is asking, ask. Eh? I cannot emphasize more. Just keep asking. There is no stupid question. If you do not know any small things, ask. Even if you think it's too small that we may not know, we think that it's too small. No, there's no such thing as small things. If it's in your head, that means it's a big thing. Eh? Okay, different division, cross-check and validation. So we will be validating in September. Analysis of the SDP indicators. We'll be doing the analysis once you have received. We cannot be on track if you do not submit your information on time. That's why we re-emphasize to please, if you don't understand anything, ask. Analysis of the questionnaire and then the monitoring report. Excuse me. So our SDP, we are monitoring it every year so that we can, it's best we start early. Because once we're tracking our progress early on, we know to steer the ship in the right direction early on. Any question with the work plan?
Actually, monitoring is to happen at all the levels. So what is your plan for training the people on the ground, especially those people who are writing projects and who are supposed to do monitoring? Are we going to train them?
Okay, our plans, actually the plan was to have a monitoring workshop for all the divisions, but since COVID-19, since we have a budget cut down, we are doing this main monitoring exercise for the monitoring workshop for the whole team, for the whole divisions or the principal levels, and then we are having a Zoom meeting for all the divisions. So, and as, okay, see, our work plan capacity building is throughout, from January to November. So it's not only us calling all the groups together, it's on an individual basis as well. So when we come and request for information, we will be on standby to teach you as well if you are doing something wrong or if you are supplying the wrong information. So the M&E team and the FAU team will be on standby as well throughout the exercise. Does that answer your question? If it does not, you can come back later and we can discuss further. Discussion, and more discussion. Any other question? Okay. So we have talked about our work plan, which is basically all the activities in the reflected by month. So, development of a draft M&E strategy, identification of indicators, baseline information. So, currently, we are finding it difficult to identify some baselines. So, in our questionnaire, we have requested for the team if they have some baseline that they can include in the questionnaire. So, if you don't identify why you don't have it, see, the important thing is with the questionnaire, you don't leave any blanks. You just fill whatever that comes mind, you fill it. You fill it and then we can correct you if you're doing something wrong or if the information that you're supplying is wrong. But please, it has to be approved by your head of divisions and it has to be the correct information. Revision of indicators, indicator reference sheet, develop the data collection questionnaire. Okay, so going down, this is ours. as in the implementing division and the M&E team. SDP data collection from different MOA divisions, that is when we need your contribution. Cross-check and validation based on random sampling. So once you have supplied your information, we will validate only a few chosen samples. We are not validating all. See, when we say validate, then does not mean we will want to change the answers. No, we just want to make sure that it's really on the ground. And it's not us, coming to assess or come to police your performance. No, it's just us, that we are providing the quality information. We are providing the right information. It's our quality assurance. Systemization and completion of the M&E system, and finalization and submission of the first year top monitoring report, which is to be expected in November. Any question?
More than a question, maybe to emphasize what Abinez was saying, I think a key actor of the whole system is these people that you are going to appoint to be the focal point for monitoring. So the monitoring team would be continuously in contact with these people, and I would say that is an on-the-job training, no? Because they are going to be back and forth. This is not clear, this can be improved, we cannot do it in the field. No? So I think these people are going to be key, and these people would be also responsible to talk to their own divisions and to their own teams and explain how things are going. I think maybe a workshop like this, you cannot do it every month, but as Barbara was saying, no, we can maybe supply with some Zoom meetings with the people that are not here, and we are also thinking about maybe having a couple of of missions maybe to the north or to the western division. We have to think and see where is the demand, no? And it would be good to do it out of Suva, no? That's what we want to do. We have to check the budget, but we are planning some of those too.
Thank you.